Claire D. Coheim. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Let's Be Clear About It. Yes. Today, y'all, today is the first time I will be interviewing two people at once. A couple, one time. My good friends, Vaughn and Jamie. Yeah. Yes, to the yes. So first, before we even get started, y'all, you know I got a couple of church announcements that I have to do before we get started in this party. I have a couple of co-hosts. That's Gabby, Kingston, and Barkley. And so if you hear them barking at any point during today's interview, just know that's them just saying hi to you. Hey, how you doing? Okay. And a former employee named Internetta Jones, she liked to play games and stop by during some of my interviews. So if the internet stops and freezes, don't worry, we'll be back. That's just Internetta playing her Internetta games. So let me see what other things. So this is Let's Be Clear About It. If you haven't already done so, y'all, please feel free to like and follow Claire D. Coheim here on Facebook, Claire Coheim on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. And Kolobama everywhere else in these internet streets. Yes. Let's see. I want to give a special shout out to my previous guests, Kanisha, Kristen, Nikisha, Kia, Noelia, Marcus, J. Jerome, Marcus twice, Amelia, Ebony, Tamara, Curtis C., Laura Stracco, Carl, Brianna Tillman, Jay, and Justin Nelson. Y'all, thank you so much for being a part of Let's Be Clear About It. And I just want to thank you all for all the support that you continue to give me on this page. Yes to the yes. All right, y'all. So we're going to hop into the comments and just say good afternoon to a few of our people. If you are watching on any other platform outside of Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, and Claire D. Coheim here on Facebook, I won't be able to see your comments and I won't be able to greet you like I am doing right now with Monica Cross. Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica. Good to see you, my sister. Thank you for being here. And Linda. Hey, Linda. Hey, sis. Good to see you. And everyone else who's watching live, thank you so much for being here. And those who are watching on the replay, thank you so much for being here. Another person I want to say hi to is Randy. Hey, Randy. Hey, Randy Rothstein. Did I say Rothstein or Rothstein? I think it's Rothstein. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. And hey, Tara, thank you for being here. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right, y'all, without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you. Oh, wait, first, I got to give a shout out to my sister-in-law who dressed me today. She's my stylist for today with hoop earrings and a brooch with a B. My middle name is Debbie, which literally means the bee. Yes. So that's it right here, y'all. Thank you, Shayla. All right. What's up, Chris? Thank you, sis. That's that cute look. You like what I did? Okay, I see you. You're looking at me. Hey, Randy. Thank you so much, sis. I love it. Thank you. Tara, I appreciate the compliment, my sister. Love you, too. And Deborah, good to see you. Look, Deborah, our name means the bee. All right, y'all, this is Theater Thursday. This is Talk About It Thursday. This is Let's Be Clear About It. And we're going to jump right into today's interview with my friends, my family, Vaughn and Jamie. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, y'all, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm going to hold my microphone so you can hear me a little clearer. Is this good for you?
This is great.
Perfect. I just want to say hi to you both. I'm so appreciative of your time and the fact that you'd agree to be a part of my show. And let me just explain to you, as well as some of my new guests and audience members here. This show was created so that I can encourage my former students about the industry, the biz. So I'm looking for my friends, those who I know on Facebook and those who I know in real life, like these two, to continue to help spread the message of sharing your dreams. All right, y'all. So I want Jamie and Vaughn to take a load off real quick. Take a load off because I got a surprise for you. And you don't It won't hurt, I promise. It's more like
Okay,
this is
good.
your life. Without being too much of this is your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a few comments that I'll check periodically. And Randy says, "Yay, Vaughn and Jamie!" All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, these are my friends who I had the pleasure of meeting back a few years ago, a few years ago. And just by looking through, in preparation for my show, I do stalk Instagram and Facebook, and just to see the amount of support that this young couple has is overwhelming. And I'd like to share with you all this moment in my stream that I call Flower Power Shower Hour. Flower Power Shower Hour is a moment in my show where some maybe mutual, maybe exclusive friends of yours and mine, or we shower you with flowers and accolades and love so that you can hear it right now in real time. And are you all ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you can hear this. If not, then I will find a way to make it work. All right.
Awesome.
Here we go. Can you hear it?
Not yet. It's Sarah,
Yeah,
though.
it's
I
Sarah.
can't hear her.
We can't hear her. but
You
we
can't hear her? Okay. Let me pull that back. Let me pull that back and hit rewind because I want to make sure that y'all hear all this love that's being thrown to you. Okay, so hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Let me make sure. It's a technical issue. It's a technical issue.
Technical issue. No
Just a
thinking.
little. Y'all know it's live TV, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Y'all know.
Exactly.
Y'all seen the shows. All right, so let's try it again. This time I'm gonna unplug my my mic so that you can be flower power showered on. All right, now let me share the screen so you can actually see it. All right, and here we go. Can you see the flower power?
Yep.
Now we can, yes.
Now you can? Okay, let me turn the volume up. Here we go. Do you hear the music?
We're
Yep.
starting to, yeah.
So, I was there when Jamie and Vaughn met. We were all doing ragtime and gypsy at Great Plains Theater, and long before they were dating, Jamie always said that Vaughn was a sexy steampot. Always. They're the cutest couple ever. When I heard that they were dating, my heart was so full. They're just both the most kind and dedicated, talented people, and between the two of them, I'm guessing that they probably never stop laughing. What passionate, wonderful humans. I'm lucky to know them.
Alex.
Curly, is that you? Carmela, is that you? Vaughn Stevens. Vaughn Meccod. Jamie Finkenthal. What's up, y'all? Hi, I'm Alexandria Bates, and I am really good friends with Jamie and Vaughn. I met Vaughn in the summer of 2013 in outdoor theater where we did Oklahoma together, and we did Princess and the Pea, we did 2 historical dramas, and Robin Hood. That's where I got to know Vaughn. He was a funny character in our cast of people. He was 19 at the time. Whew, we've all grown. It's so funny to just see where people are. One minute you're all teenagers and you're working at a summer stock theater, and the next thing you know, 5 years later, and you're working at an equity theater, which is how I met Jamie Finkenthal. The summer of, 2016.
17, I think.
2016, I worked at
It's okay.
goodness, Great
I
Plains.
wish 16.
Great Plains, where we did ragtime, where I met our good friend Claire, and that's where I met Jamie, and to my surprise, working with Vaughn again. It was such a great experience, and my favorite thing about working with both of them, honestly, is like the difference in our personalities and the fact that we all can share art and love each other so much. Like, I remember the first time meeting Jamie, she saw me and I was still being like my shy little self, like I wasn't really being myself yet, and she goes, "Alex, whatever you got going on, I like it. I wish I had that." And it made me feel special at the time, and I was, coming into my own and just really figuring out who I was. And it was nice to see that people could see me, even though I couldn't see myself at the time. And that was really special. And when she wanted to get to know more about me, she sure enough knew how to ask. And I think that's one thing that inspires me about Jamie is like, she'll say what she's feeling, and it's helped me grow as a person to say what I'm feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to say from Ron Eller to Curly that I love you guys so much, and I'm so proud of your growth and who you've all become. I'm so glad that I got to have breakfast with you guys right before COVID back in February. I wish you both all my love.
Aww.
So how does that feel, y'all, hearing all that
That is
love
so
showered
cute.
on you?
No.
Two of our favorites. So
Yes, I am a big proponent of making sure people hear how wonderful they are now while they can hear the words. So I hope that made your day, and if anything but a small way, from two of the people you love the most. Well, maybe not the most, but I'm going to say hi to Rika. Hey, Rika. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Delane. Hey, sis. Good to see you. Toya. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, beauties. Hi. Yes. All right, y'all. So I am going to go ahead and jump in. Let's get clear about it. You and I met at Great Plains Theater in Abilene, Kansas. We did a little
yes.
Yep.
unknown show called Ragtime.
Favorite.
And I never knew how, and I still don't know, how did you both get into performance? Could you give us a little history about where it all began and how it all began?
Yeah. You want to go first? Okay. So I have been doing theater since 7th grade. That was when I did my first show. It was Pirates of Penzance.
Okay.
Guys and Dolls. And I went to school for theater, so I've been doing it professionally for 8 years present. And, I just fell in love with it immediately in middle school. And, I just kept doing it, and I loved it. And it was my first passion.
Oh, nice. Were you introduced as an after school activity? Was it introduced to you in that way, or was it introduced as a class? How did you get that introduction?
Right. So in my middle school, we had a drama class, and so they decided to put on a production during the spring.
Uh-oh. I lost them, you guys. Technical difficulties. It might be internet. 1 second. Let me get them on the phone, y'all. Oh, there they are. There they are. There you are.
There you go.
I was like, technical difficulties. Internet, you're fired. Get out of Philly. All right. Go ahead, Vaughn.
Yeah. So you were asking, how did I get introduced to theater? So every single spring in middle school, they put on a production, and we had to audition. And so that's when I first got introduced to theater. I was in chorus before that, and they kind of tag teamed the choral department and the drama department, and so they had people who were in chorus audition for Pirates of Penzance. So that they did like a little combination production, and so that's when I first got introduced to theater.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. And so Pirates of Penzance was your first production?
Yep.
What role?
I was the sergeant.
Come on, Sarge.
Yeah.
All right. And then from there, you went to high school and pursued theater?
Yeah, so from there on, I was like, you know what? This was really fun. And so I just kept doing it. I did Guys and Dolls for the next year in middle school. And then when I finally went to high school, I continued to do chorus and then continued to do theater. And so I did Beauty and the Beast. I did Music Man. And and so, at that point, senior year, I decided to continue to go after it professionally. And so I went to school. I went to Valdosta State University for theater, which is in South Georgia, in Valdosta. And I, got my degree, and then I continued to do it professionally.
Yeah. And you've done a great job. I remember when I first met you, I was like, okay, who is this brother? Okay, I see you better sing. Okay. And Jamie, give us a little bit about your story on how you got started.
Yeah, I was about 6 maybe, and I was like, oh, what is that? I was about 6, and my mom took me to go see a family friend in a show, and it was like a community theater, and it was Peter Pan. Yes. And when they were flying, I was like, that's it. And my mom's like, I literally saw you catch the bug. So I was just like, this is unreal. So I then auditioned for a show at that same community theater, and I didn't make it. But then the second audition that I did make it. So it was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Okay, Joseph.
And yes, and then it's nice because Cleveland, Ohio, it's where I'm from, and they have a nice amount of professional theaters. So then even in high school, I started doing professional theater, and they have a lot of different opportunities there. So I did that, and then I went to school for musical theater in Chicago.
Okay. So we got Valdosta State. Did you tell us, Vaughn, where you went, what you graduated with, what your degree was?
BFA in theater arts with an emphasis in musical theater.
Okay, yes. Look, so these are professionals. These aren't people like me who just came up in this thing like 10 years after graduating university. These are people who actually studied and have been doing it since we high, really, right?
Yeah. Little shrimps.
Little shrimps. So tell me, when you're a child actor, because that was what you both were when you were children actors, child actors, what was that like, if you can recall? Because I've never been a child actor, but I've always been intrigued by that dynamic, whether it's on stage or on camera. How was that compared to what you've experienced in your adulthood?
Yeah, I think the theater community could do no wrong in my eyes when I was younger, and now I can kind of look at it and be like, hey, or that's not right, or I think that's the main difference. I mean, it's still special to me, both ways, but I think when I was younger, I definitely looked at it through rose-colored glasses, and I also think that once you have to pay bills and things like that definitely takes a little turn. Yeah. Because it's hard to consistently make a living doing musical theater. So I think that had a lot to do with it, with my views.
Yeah. What about you, Vaughn? What's the difference for you as far as a child star?
I would say having that was the foundation, and me being first introduced, it taught me a lot of things. Being in front of so many people for the first time, as a child actor, that's scary. Yeah. But as you continue to do it, you gain more confidence, and then it teaches you more valuable skills that you're going to continue to use throughout your life, as well as in school too, like memorization, diligence, preparation.
You should know
teamwork.
this about Vaughn. Vaughn has a photographic memory, and he can memorize. He can look at a script and memorize it. And I am the complete opposite. I have a learning disability. I'm like the slowest memorizer in the world, and it's infuriating. You have to really learn those skills.
Oh man, that's so good. I wish I had those skills too. My goodness, I tell you, it takes me a lot of. Ta 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 pa 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 pa. Okay, Kendall, read the line to me. Okay, sing it to me. Sing it as a song. I can't remember. It's just so hard. So a little envious of you there, my brother. Just a little bit. So tell me, y'all. Okay, after you graduated college, how was it to navigate those waters? Now, the rose-colored glasses were off. You've had a little bit more experience. You've been through the high school phase, and now you're in college. What was that like? What was that whole collegiate field like?
You want to go first?
Sure. I went to a conservatory program, so it was really intense. The friends.
One more time, the friends you made there, I read your lips.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Can you see us?
Yes, I can see you. Hear it. The friends you made there. That's all I heard.
The friends I made in college, really made the experience, and some of my teachers that I had really did. But it was very intense. I think it definitely, it was mixed. There were definitely classes and teachers that I was like, oh, this is not for me. But I think overall it was really worth it. However, my school, the payment is so expensive. So I guess if I was to give someone advice now, I would say don't go to a school that's that expensive, because it's not like you're a doctor and you come out making over $100,000 a year or
right.
6 figures,
Say it, sis.
You really have to think about what are you going to make when you get out, and what can you afford and pay for?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that too. That's definitely something that I wish that that was instilled into us a little bit more, is honestly having those survival jobs, those online jobs, applying for them way before you're even a senior. Have it when you're a junior. Something that you can take with you.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
yeah.
Even if it's a part-time, because for me, when I graduated, I was doing contracts, and so obviously I couldn't work a full-time online job or something to that nature. So having something that is an online teaching job where you can do it part-time, where you make your own hours, and knowing that you have income coming in while you're still being an actor at the same time, get those gears thinking way before senior year, even I would say the end of sophomore year, junior year, just to make sure that you're set and are creating a safety net for yourself before you graduate.
Yeah.
But I do think that college does, going to a performing arts school or a conservatory, or even a regular program that's a theater program, teaches you so many skills and so many different things that you can do while trying to get to your goals.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go. You're the
Yeah.
guest. I'm trying to learn.
It was a smaller school for me, so I went to a state school. And so for me, I felt like the training was more intimate.
Oh,
and
okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll get into that too. That was too beautiful.
Probably Joey's hair.
Yeah. There.
We have a dog named Joey, and he sheds a lot.
Crazy.
Oh man, you were saying that going to an intimate institution.
Yeah, so it was a state school, so it was a smaller theater community. The department was smaller, and so I felt like it was more intimate, where we got to have those one-on-one sessions a lot with our professors. And so that helped, for me, that helped my training a lot. And I got really good advice. I didn't feel like I was just being overlooked or something.
Yeah.
And then you also, because it's smaller, you begin to build relationships with those professors as well. And they give you, like, I have this one professor, and she was not just giving me advice with, theater, but also like real life, and like giving me that confidence, and that the different suggestions and ideas, and it really helped me become not only a better actor but a better person as well.
I really appreciate you both saying that, because I went to Florida A&M University and got my degree in economics. And then I was a state scholarship program director, blah, 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 longest title you've ever heard. And then I quit. And then I went to Boston Conservatory for a year. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was 29 when I entered school, because I was like, I am not married. I have no children, no mortgage, I'm going to try to pursue my dream.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so, the whole experience, like you mentioned, Jamie, it was just one aspect of why I enjoyed being at a conservatory. But like you said, Vaughn, I also enjoyed that one-on-one ability with those teachers at a smaller institution. And what I want people to see right here with you both is that's conservatory education right there. There's a state university education there, and they both are in the same spot. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to get into deep debt.
Yeah. There's not one path.
Right.
There's not one path.
Everybody's path is different.
Everyone's path is different.
It's definitely something that I learned, like, right out of college, is every path is different.
Yeah, and I have some friends who didn't even go to school for theater or anything like that, and who are pretty successful. So, like, went and took class, and that was that, and then just like kept taking class after, and we're like, this is what I want to do, and not just for theater, but for commercial work or for modeling or every different things in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, and that's where I am right now. I only went to Boco 1 year, and I was like, I can't afford another year. We're gonna have to figure this out, and we just had to, like you said, it's not about a one path journey. There are a myriad of paths in order to get to the destination. You just have to be clear on what that destination looks like for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And there will definitely be some turns where like I didn't plan on becoming a model or a plus size model. It just kind of happened. And so like I thought theater, that's it. That's where my brain was at. And then I went a different direction, and things just happened,
Same here. Like I thought it was just theater.
Yeah. Because go ahead.
Life just, it throws you a curve, and you just, it's just being flexible. One phrase that one of my professors said is, "Blessed are the flexible, for they will not be bent out of shape."
I love that.
Very true.
Yes.
And there's not like you can't like look at someone else's career and success and like, how did Hugh Jackman do this? Okay, he did that. I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, no. It's not going to work out that way, because what he went through is going to be something completely different than what you go through.
Yeah. I 1,000% agree. And that's one of the reasons why this show exists, is to let people know, mostly my former students who up in here watching on the replay, I see you, to let you know that there's no one exclusive path. There are just multiple ways to get to whatever that destination is. And it will change. I'm glad you both said that. It will change, because it has changed for both of you. And let me jump into the comments real quickly. Alex says, hilarious. Bah, ha, ha, ha. That was during her video. Trisha says, hey, beautiful sis and family. Hey, Trisha. Support. I love it. Alex says she's weak. That's when the internet was acting up or whatever. And Jamie, she says, that blazer is everything, Jamie.
Thank you.
Yes. Toya Ann says, Jamie, that top and blazer is the bomb. You better work it when you even not working. God, yes. She doesn't mean to, y'all. It's just a gift. And Mark Hansen says, hey, y'all, this is so great. Lovely to see and listen to you. Thank you, Mark. Mark was our music director for Ragtime. Yeah. So getting back to, we all met at Great Plains, and it was an experience that I have cherished, y'all, for the longest. Meeting so many people and just being connected to so many talented individuals was a gift in itself. But I wanted to say, one day I'm scrolling my behind through Instagram, and I see this man right here, abs out, shoulders pecking. I was like, skirt, somebody modeling. And then, like, I knew Jamie, you had shared with me that you were a plus size model when we were at Great Plains. So I remember that you were a model, and, you know, just the challenges of being a model at that time. But honey boo boo child, since then, my people have come to the through woo woo and have been featured in ads. I've seen you all in commercials. We are going to share a few Instagram footage. You both have been on Q. Is it the HQ?
Shop HQ, yeah.
Shop HQ. And I have just been blown away by this. So let's start with you, Vaughn. When I met you, I don't know if you was holla at your girl. Let me know what happened. 1 minute I'm just scrolling, innocent. Then I see pat. What? Talk about it.
I said you better put baby oil on those things.
You sure did.
Really make them pop.
Girl, I was like, I needed to go to the optometrist. I was like, I think somebody's abs knocked me in my eyeball, cause brother, how did this get started?
Well, when me and Jamie officially started dating, I eventually moved to Minneapolis. This is when I was still doing theater, and Jamie was like, "Hey, you really have to like check out the industry here. The commercial work here is really great. I think you would do really great up here." So eventually, I started to diversify. I was still auditioning for theater, but then I started to diversify, submit myself to agencies, and then once I signed with those agencies and they're representing me, I was able to begin to, get auditions, and I started booking shoots for really good clients.
Wow, I was so proud when I saw you, and then I started seeing my sis up there, and I was like, "Girl, what? That ain't no struggle." Talk about your journey, Jamie. Talk about your journey, Jamie. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, your journey, Jamie.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Testing.
Okay,
1,
cool.
2, 1. Can you hear me? Testing.
Yes, now I can. So I moved to Minneapolis really to just be in one spot for musical theater, and I got an agent for on-camera work, and then my agency started sending me on all these castings for plus-size models, and I started booking them, and then that was my full-time job for 4 years in Minneapolis. We recently just moved to Philly, so things have, we're moving and grooving here, but yeah, in Minneapolis, that was the full-time gig. We did a home shopping network. Target is a really big client there, and 3M and Best Buy and things like that. So there's a lot of big clients there.
I thought I saw Vaughn doing like a Target event on your Instagram. You were doing like a Target event before. A Target event you had done. Yes, can you hear me? You're unfrozen now. Can you hear me? Was I frozen?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Now we're good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought I saw on Vaughn's Instagram, like you said, Target's big out there. I thought I saw that you had done a Target event as well.
Yeah, Vaughn did a Target event. They also shoot a lot in Minneapolis for Target, like I did an autumn commercial, which was like their bra and underwear line. That was like a new line, and then they have a yearly event, and you can talk about
Yeah. So the first booking I got from Target was a print job. So just stills, shipped was. They're working with Target, so you know how they deliver food to people, especially now with the pandemic. Yes. So that was what that booking was about. But then they have like a yearly, like an annual quarterly meeting where they talk about business and like how well they're doing, and then they invite celebrities there too as well. I believe Will. Will Smith I was the stand-in for Will Smith.
You gonna make my dentures fall out, boy? Get out of here.
I didn't get to meet him though.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was like
it's fine.
Ships in the night.
That's so cool. So, okay, so you mentioned the pandemic. I forgot, y'all. Excuse my southern manners; they've gone out the window. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing dealing with all these different pandemics we got going on? How are y'all doing?
Yeah.
I think that, we're staying healthy mentally, health-wise. We're staying healthy physically, mentally, emotionally. I do think it's important to, make sure you know what's going on, but also protect your mental health.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, like you said. With 2 different pandemics going on, it's important to stay up to date, but also know when to step back and to, step back from the news for a second and to like protect your peace on the inside, because that can definitely get to you, especially if you're watching it all the time,
Yeah. I remember when I I'm sorry, Jamie, how about you? How you dealing with the pandemics?
Luckily, we've been working and things like that, and our health is fine, so thank God. But, there's a lot going on in the world right now. So, there's days where you're just like, it can be very frustrating, but we're luckily healthy and okay.
Yeah, good. Because let me tell you, I was like, I need to move to Canada because they over there giving stimulus checks every month to some people. And and we not acting, somebody holler at your girl.
Right.
Armanda Barner says, good hearing from you two lovebirds. Thank you, Armanda. And thank y'all for the hearts and all the thumbs up and the laughing emojis. And speaking, thank you, Armanda, for the alley-oop. I'm about to dunk it in right here. I'm still scrolling on Facebook and Instagram and them. And I see 2 people hugging and kissing. And I'm like, yes. Talk about it. So if you don't mind, talk about this love story. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. So when we all worked together, we were friends, and I was with someone else, and I actually tried setting Vaughn up like twice with 2 other girls. And I was like, he's such a good guy, and I want him to find someone that's so nice. And I was just like, I just love Vaughn. He's so sweet.
He is.
And so those didn't work out. And so when I broke up with that person, and Vaughn, I went for a divorce, and Vaughn he would call just as a friend, just like seeing how I was, just to check up on me, because we had stayed in contact. And then he started calling every week, and then he started calling every day.
Hey.
I think he likes me.
Yes.
So I asked him, I said, do you like me?
Come on, girl, straight up.
Let's just be straight about this.
Let's be clear about it.
Let's be clear about it. And so he's like, yeah, but I wanted to give you your space. Like, you've gone through a really big thing, And I was like, no, I don't need space. I was like, he's a good one. I was like, that's it.
Yes, so, come on with it. High to the 5. Yes. Yes. Randy says, go Vaughn.
Exactly. I was like, he's just such such a good guy. And I
He
was
is.
like, no. He has everything that, like, I ever wanted. So, like, it's just like, yes.
Yeah, I can honestly say the first time I met you both and we interacted in Abilene, Kansas, it was a definite blessing to me because, Jamie, I don't know if you remember, but you just gave me the biggest hug and the biggest smile, and you made me. I'm always very insecure about my acting because I didn't go to school like everybody, and I didn't get I didn't get it from a childhood experience. So when people make me feel like I'm home, just because they just love people, it made me feel good. Like Alex said, you made her feel a certain way. And I can honestly say the same thing. You made me feel that way, girl. You made me feel like I was home in a place I had never been before with people I've never met before. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Vaughn, you came up in there and you did the same thing. And I was like, I'm going to be a superstar because everybody loves me. But it wasn't about me. It was about you. It was about you just being so genuine, so loving, so honest. And, you even asked me some questions about this life of this career. And, we talked about UpDoes before when you were coming up here before. And it's just like, you're just so genuine. And to see you two together, I mean, I was so happy to see it. So thank you both.
You.
I'm glad love found you both together. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm lucky.
So let's go back a little bit with modeling. So we know how theater works. You don't necessarily, if you're doing regional theater especially, you don't necessarily, and even some Broadway and tours, you don't necessarily need an agent. You don't necessarily. How is that different, submitting for jobs, modeling jobs? Because you mentioned, Vaughn, that it wasn't until you got an agent that you started seeing something. And Jamie, has that always been your case?
Yeah, as far as modeling goes, I've always been represented by someone. But I do have some friends that are freelance models, and I have a girlfriend in New York who I was just talking to, and she's freelance and she does pretty well. But I think it's way easier to when you have an agent and an agent that really believes in you.
Yeah.
In order to the market in Minneapolis is kind of different because it's like no other market, because there's like 7 like top agencies that are like legit, and you can be multi-listed, which isn't the case in New York. In New York or LA, you have a mother agent, which would be like your main agency, and then if you go to a different market, then they would place you in that market. So usually you're exclusive with that agency, but then they get a percentage of any other market that they place you in. And so with Minneapolis, it's kind of nice because you have 7 different agents and 7 different people that view you differently. So you can be booked for jobs that one agent might not see you as, but another one will. So and they have different clients sometimes.
So then you could be submitted. You wouldn't have to give, like, for those of you who don't know and who just love watching these shows that I do, sometimes we have to give a commission to our agents and our managers. So if you're in Minneapolis, you don't necessarily have to give a commission to every agency as if they were all your mother agency. You just give the commission to whoever sent you on that job.
Say that one more time because I had a hard time hearing you.
Oh no, internet. Testing 1 2 1 2 2. Can you hear me now? Oh, you're frozen. Hello?
Yeah, it's going in and out a bit.
Can y'all come back in? Your screen is freezing.
Yeah. We'll leave and then come back.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you're getting a lot of value from this because I have never spoken with models, interviewed them the way I am doing it now. So if you have family and friends, neighbors, cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts, and uncles who want to be a part of the modeling industry, which is still a part of the entertainment industry, that I would suggest that you share this particular interview with them so that they can get all the 411 like how I'm getting, because I'm going to be watching this video again and taking notes. So let me see if there are any additional comments. Thank you all so much for the hearts, the likes, the thumbs up, and the laughing emojis. I really, really appreciate them. And we're just going to wait for them. We're almost done with our interview, sad to say. But we're going to wait for Jamie and Vaughn to get back on in here. Here they are. And also, if you want to support Jamie or Vaughn on their social media platforms, their information is located in the description of this video. All right. Thank you so much for popping on back. Yes. So we're back. I was just asking, so when you have those a number of modeling agencies that represent you, you only have to in that particular market, you only have to give commission to one agency and not to each agency.
Right. Whoever books you gets the commission.
Right.
Yeah.
That's completely different. That is completely different.
It's so different than any other market I've ever, I've never heard of that before. That's why I was like, wait, what? And then when we just moved to the East Coast, I have an agent in New York and Vaughn has an agency in Philly. And so if Vaughn wants to go, well, Vaughn's agency in Philly actually is kind of like Minneapolis because he can go to an agency in New York and not give a percentage. But my agency, so I'm actually in the process of this, but my agency is submitting to me to agencies here, but then they get a cut of anything I book here.
Okay. Well, that's still good that you've had both experiences. So you have a different point of view as it relates to modeling. You actually have, both of you have, from sharing this life together, both of you have that experience of knowing what it's like to have one agency or several agencies send you out on work. And then you have the mother agency that sends you to other agencies for work.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that books you jobs and like my agency, that's my mother agent there in New York. So anything in the Tribeca area, they would cover.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. I wanted to share a little bit with you all on just a little bit of Jamie and Vaughn's work. I love it. Let's start with Vaughn. I have your Instagram up here. And as y'all can see, he over here showing his goods. I love it. But this was the one, and you tell me if you've seen this one, on Shop HQ, where Vaughn is modeling a face mask. Can you all see that?
Not yet. I think it's still loading.
Oh, it's still loading.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
Oh, man.
Vaughn's favorite modeling job.
Yep.
Why do you love this one so much?
Really it's the sign of the times, honestly.
Yeah. The new norm.
But he looks good doing it.
You did. I was like, is he going to be modeling that top? Because I might need to get that for Kendall. And then they zoomed in on your face. I was like,
right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Come on, Vaughn. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at that. Yes. And then
he's smizing while having that mask on.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
with your eyes. Yes, you are. Yes. That's what this person put Tracy _Woody Kemp said, yes. Yes. You could just see you just, I love it. And this is what I want people to realize, that this is part of the entertainment industry. This is not just, something that's just one and done. This is part of the entertainment industry. And then we have Jamie's Instagram, which is chock full of so many different advertisements and customers, as far as clients and vendors that she models for, y'all. And this particular video was one of my favorites.
Hello.
I see you.
Okay, we're back.
You're back. It's okay. I was just segueing into your Instagram and talking about this last shoot right here that I saw.
Yeah.
I took so many notes. I went in front of the mirror, girl, and I did that thing.
I did that thing.
I was like, Jamie, teach us your ways. Talk about this, sis.
It's just changing it up in movement, you know, like sometimes it'll look ridiculous, but you don't know until you try it, and just, you know, changing it up. And like, it's more about a mood than it is about like pose, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I try to bring. I actually just got those pictures back and I'm really excited. It was
You
with,
can catch one of those pictures as her new profile pic on her Facebook, because I just thought. You look dynamite, girl. You look dynamite. Well, you all, we have come to the last segment of my, let me see if we have any new comments. We have come to the last segment of my show, which is from James Lipton, when he used to interview actors in the actor studio. So this is the book titled Inside. Thanks for the love, y'all. They're sending us love and hearts all over the interwebs, y'all.
Oh, yes.
All right, so these are some questions for you. What is your favorite word?
Schwitzing.
What?
Schwitzing. It's Yiddish. It means sweating. I'm always schwitzing.
Schwitzing.
Yeah.
Vaughn. What's yours, Vaughn?
Favorite word. I would say perseverance. Yeah.
Perseverance. I like that.
It.
What's your least favorite word, you guys?
Oh, no.
Can't.
Ooh.
Can't.
Yeah. I'm with him on that one.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh. Let me see. What makes you happy? Kevin Costner said being alone. What say you both?
What makes you happy? Being with family and friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
I agree. Definitely.
Being with family and friends. Yeah, that would work for me too. Let's see. What sound or noise do you love?
I love the sound of a fan. I can't sleep without it.
Oh my goodness.
It kills Vaughn.
Vaughn's like,
He
oh
wants
my God.
hot all the time, and I want cold. I want everything to feel like an ice cube.
I like a happy medium.
A point of contention sometimes. I can't breathe. I tell my husband that all the time. I can't sing. You see what you did?
Exactly.
What about you, Vaughn? What sound or noise do you love?
The sounds of the ocean.
That's
I
a
love
good one.
that. That is a good one. I love listening to the sound of rain. You know, YouTube has those little videos where it's jazz in a coffee club and it's raining outside. What sound or noise do you hate?
I would, nails on a chalkboard comes to mind. That's
nails
really,
on a
or
chalkboard.
fork on, like when people are cutting their food and you can hear it on the plate. That drives me
Yes.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, heels on the couch too for you.
Oh yes, heels. That drives me crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Heels, like you know, like dry areas, like if
Oh.
your elbows are dry or your heels are dry, and then on a fabric. Oh, there's nothing worse. It's like if Vaughn puts his heels on a fabric and just like, I'm like, what are you doing?
Get that lotion. Yeah, I hear you. Well, what about you, Vaughn? Did you say?
Definitely nails on a chalkboard, but then like sudden loud noises, like out of nowhere.
Like outside?
Yeah. What? It's like I like consistency, so. So it's like when you get used to like being on the East Coast, there's more loud noises with horns and just everything. But
Neighbors.
like if it's just like dead silent, and then all of a sudden there's like some really loud noise that'll just like hop you off the bed onto the floor. So it's just like just like really random loud noises that give you a heart attack. If that makes sense.
It does, because I've lived in New York.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world? Yeah. What profession, if you weren't an actor, singer, model, dancer, hyphenate, what profession would you like to attempt?
I'd like to be a flight attendant because you could travel all over.
Yeah, girl. Yes, sir.
Probably
yes.
not during the pandemic, but after a pandemic.
You, Vaughn, what about you?
Well, I love animals. I'm an animal lover, so probably a vet. or a politician.
A politician?
Yeah.
Local, federal?
Yeah,
what we
tell us.
talking?
I would say state than federal.
State then federal. Okay.
My
okay.
dad is a history teacher, and so he's been a history teacher for a while. And so I grew up just, learning about history, learning about the world, especially world history specifically. He's a world history teacher. So I got, an aspect on life that I feel like most people wouldn't, because it's just something that I grew up with all the time. And, he's very passionate about it, and I'm very passionate about it because of that. So we used to watch historical movies like Braveheart,
Oh, wow.
Kingdom of Heaven, other World War II movies, and, everything like that. And so it's just, yeah, I would definitely be a politician.
Okay. I know who to vote for in 2028. What profession would you not like to attempt? My favorite answer so far is Selma Hayek. She says, those porta potties? Somebody has to go in there and clean them. That would not be a good one. What about you? Vaughn says, wow, that is really random.
I mean, I wouldn't like to be a garbage person because I don't like trash. And other people's leaky, liquids on me. No, thank you.
Other people's leaky.
Smelling like that. Ooh.
What about you, Vaughn?
I feel like certain jobs people have a calling for,
Yes.
and I don't like heights.
Mm.
So I could not be one of those construction workers on top of those big, tall skyscrapers.
Yes.
Terrifying to me.
Yes.
Completely terrifying. Or even flying an airplane or a jet, or honestly, outer space. Once I'm in outer space, it'd be a different story. but
Until then.
But getting there,
Yes.
that process of getting through the atmosphere to space, I'm good.
I have flight anxiety, and I always have to tell the flight attendants, because there was one time in my mind, the plane was going down. And in my mind, I only knew to just scream and scream and scream. I was like, Jesus! Jesus! And then we leveled off. And there was an elderly gentleman that was sitting next to me, and I was shaking, so scared. And he goes, yeah, that was a rough one. Then the pilot comes out of the cockpit, goes into the bathroom. When he comes out, he goes, whew. And I'm like, no!
It's funny you mentioned that. I had a similar situation. It was with, I was flying JetBlue from Atlanta to Boston. It was
calling them out.
It was a.
You better call them out, JetBlue. We see you.
It was a connecting flight. They're not all like that. It was just this particular airplane, or pilot, I mean. And so I was going to, I think, Straw Hat, and so I had to land in Boston. And for some reason, we had a bunch of turbulence, and it was not just regular turbulence. The airplane was
Yeah.
And then we landed, and I kid you not, it was like Soul Plane when we landed. It was like boom, 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 boom. And he was like, after he stopped the plane, and there was a silence for at least 30 seconds, he was like, we've landed in Boston.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think people have a grace and a special calling to do those professions as well, both of them. So
Yeah.
I hear you both.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the last one, yes, thank you to everyone who does serve in that capacity.
Yes.
The last question is, when you get to heaven, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? Michael J. Fox said, your dad's in the back. He's got a beer and TV and the hockey game's on.
That one.
And Jennifer Lopez says, "You're safe. No paparazzi here."
I like that.
What about you two?
Just, you made it here. You're in heaven. That would be enough. I'd be like, okay, phew, I didn't know.
That's what who else said that? Elton John said that. Come on in, Queen. Come on in.
Me and Elton John.
Vaughn, do you have an answer?
Wait, can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
It's okay. When you get to heaven, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Live that life. Well done. Good, good. I love it. Yes, Alex says. Yes, you too. Toya Ann says, "Jamie, it was a joy to model with you in Minnesota let me say it the right way. In Minnesota, those 4 years. Vaughn, I miss you. And PD too."
Petey. She calls our dog Petey, even though his name's Joey.
I was going to say, maybe I heard that wrong earlier.
But we worked with Toya at Shop HQ, the home shopping network.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah,
How sweet,
she's
sweet, sweet.
amazing. And Armanda, who also commented before.
Yep.
Oh, what about Randy?
She watches Shop HQ all the time. We've become friends.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Vaughn and Jamie, do you have any final words of encouragement for my, I know you watching on the replay, students? I'll give you the floor.
I think just like go for what you want, you know. I think if you work hard enough and you just keep going for it, that eventually you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get some traction and you're going to be able to, you know, follow your dreams and your heart.
Yeah. My favorite quote is actually from Bruce Lee, and he said, "So you think, so you shall become." So, you know, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. If you want it, go after it.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like Will Smith said, "In pursuit of happiness."
Yes. Thank you both, this beautiful couple. Thank you both for your time. Thank you for being here and sharing your story and encouragement and tricks of the trade. Come on with it with us. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you. And
Thank you so
also,
much.
if any of your students want to contact us on social media, have any questions, feel free to do that.
Listen, students, don't shame Miss K. Okay, reach out to them. Their information is in the description of this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, just know that it's available to you. Thank you both for being such a wonderful resource, even to my students. I really, really appreciate you. Deborah Monroe is applauding you both. Continued good luck and blessings for the future and your endeavors and in your career. I love you both immensely.
Love you too. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all, this has been such a wonderful experience to talk to my two boos that I knew back in the day. Thank you so much to everyone who was watching live. Thank you, Alex, for stopping by, and Mark for stopping by, Toya Ann, Armanda, and Deborah. Thank you so much. Delane, Rika, Randy, Deborah, I said that, I'm sorry, Linda, and Tara, Chris over in California watching us live. I really appreciate you all for supporting my channel and supporting my efforts. Thank you so much for being a part of Let's Be Clear About It. And I'll see you all next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.